Hello Earth, welcome to episode 32 of Making Cell, a series of videos where I record myself designing and implementing a programming language and environment called Cell. So if you're just tuning in for the first time, maybe you should check out this link, autocodel/cell, and if not, also go to video number 1. Otherwise, we can continue where we left off. So we are nearing the season finale. I'm not sure if it's going to be today or soon, but we have implemented a set of functions in JavaScript that really bring cell to life. And by cell right now, I mean two functions, which are get and put, which we're expressing as calls, really, because that's what they are according to our paradigm. So yeah, we're almost there. We implemented get yesterday with we also implemented the contextual get, which is great. The implementation is so short, and guess what, 15 lines. And also I'm quite excited about having the tests, because we will probably soon implement cell in another context, basically in the context of a database. And we now have tests to test different implementations of cell and prove its correctness. So yeah, portable tests already. So yeah, it's hard to understate how excited am I about this. Uh, so we nothing better than test things a bit more to perhaps get our spirits a bit down. But no, I don't think so. I'm quite excited. So we have an implementation of put, I believe, already. Do we? I have an implementation of put with a path of a length of 1, or even yeah, we have that. So we had that. So I think we wanted to test the multi-line ones. We can do that. So we can try that. If I do this, yeah, then if I do this, if I ask again for foo, what am I expecting? I would be expecting this bar, yes sir, this should be gone, and this would be also just receive. So okay, oh interesting, here we are setting this list. Am I not overwriting all of them here? This is an interesting corner case, because full bar is really a list, but now I'm overwriting it with this because I'm taking the where would be the fork point here? If I did this, then it would work. Would it? Yeah. Let's just comment this out. So if I do this I just do full bar yes, yeah, this works. But here, if I'm doing foobar something else, if I do a double one, then it will not be the same. Because I guess essentially the fork point is not just a function of where we are. By the fork point I mean where the equal should be, the implicit equal. But yeah, I wonder if I should change it, because that's not an intuitive behavior, right? Let's see. Yeah, because I'm basically looking for foobar yes here, which doesn't exist. And I'm trying to set foobar yes to sir in this case. This whole problem is that I am not giving an equal sign to things. What if I didn't do it like that, input? What if I did? This is a major change, but maybe I should do it like that. That's what's tripping me up, that it's not explicit enough. What if I would do something like put path foobar value yes sir? That would do it, right? I mean, why not? Would that be too verbose? No, I don't think so. Or we could have another variant. We could have another variant here where you could do the single line put and assume that basically the single line one is it's just basically putting the equal sign here, or you could do an explicit one with the path and value. Yeah, that could work. So we could do it like that. But first, let's just do the this one. This is a good error to have. Yeah. I would expect the same thing to be there here. Yeah, we're good. And now we could do something like Yes, sir. It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at foo bar. Yeah, there. Then expected that okay. The message must be text, but instead it's already, yeah, sorry. I need to put this as a, where is it here? Yeah, I need to implement it now. Instead of fork point, what I can call this, which I don't use by the way, is the left side, right? Yeah. The left side of the assignment is the entire path minus the last element. Otherwise, what I need to find is the place where they diverge, right? What do I validate on the put? I validate that all the paths start with at. I have to validate that the paths start with put, because it's de-abridged and processed by the parser, right? So quite explicit. Yeah. So we have extra keys here. Yeah, I guess how much of an validation I should do here. Maybe I could just do it inside the put, right? Same with this one. I could also do these validations on the get, really. Okay, I guess we can do the add check here. And then we can do okay, we do the add checks here and we do the slice. I'm not sure. Not sure. Okay, let's just leave it as is for now. I'm not 100% sure. Actually, I'm sure I'm not sure about where to put the validations, but what I can do here is I can just do something like all the paths have yeah, no, because here I'm not even validating and I'm already slicing too much, which I don't like. it's not put, okay, and then we it has a key add and then the extra key. Okay, so now we are going to do this. Where's my put? Yeah, there. No. Says add put, that has a key. Okay, there. We validated it even further, and now we sliced it, and now we're ready. It will be, I am thinking of a possible, could you have 3 different places where the things diverge? Because could be something like put foo. This wouldn't be meaningful for a put, I believe. Because oh yeah, you're trying to do multiple things. Yeah, we said we would do it on several prefixes, right? And what if there's nothing in common? Then there's nothing in common. Yeah, this implicit equal is giving me a lot of trouble. I'm wondering if it's a good design decision. An idea. What if I do this and be done with it? What if I just use an explicit equal? The only downside is that you cannot use the equal. Actually, you could. You cannot use it on the left side, but in the right side after this one you could use it. You just find the leftmost equal. As long as you have equal on a path, you're fine. This could work, eh? Let me just look at it. We could do what? Foo bar equals hey. Foo2 equals something. Is this explicit enough? I'm not sure if this is a good idea. I'm just splitting it. No. I smell an issue here. I smell a meta issue. You could do something like no. Nope. What if I do it like this? What if I always pass a list on the put? So the first element is the path, and the second one is the target, the value. And then if you want to do multiple puts in one, you can just pass more. You're going to receive an even amount of things. Yeah. I think that will solve a lot of issues. Yeah, I think it will solve a lot of issues. And I think it's good to have an explicit path, delimited. And I can just do it like this. I could do something like if you do a put with no arguments, how would you delete everything? I guess you could pass how do you represent the root? I guess you can't. I guess you cannot do it explicitly. You can't, because the empty text could still be a path. So you cannot use that. I'm a bit annoyed because I want to move on to the UI and actually start interacting with cell, but I need to finish the put. Okay, we have time. So we cannot overwrite everything anymore, and I'm okay with it. Let's just move on. I would just basically set full bar to hey. I can do it like that. I think it would be easier to read, right? Yeah. And then if we do it like this, it should be the exact same thing, like this. Yeah. Nice. And now we could do something like if there will be no explicit way to reset everything, we can add another call for that, or we can list everything and then iterate on that. That's also possible. If there's no paths, could it be that there's no paths? No, there has to be a path, otherwise how would we even know? Yeah, you cannot get there. If paths 0, sorry, the type is not an integer, then return error. a put call can only receive a list and then put call can receive an even number of a list with an even number of elements, so you always have what to what. Okay, what's breaking now? Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm breaking everything, but we're getting there. Oh, I cannot do that, of course. And now what's the problem? Yeah, here. That's the problem. I need to first add the errors here. This error should be... Why am I not getting errors here? Oh yeah, because that no longer happens, of course. I need to implement it. Okay, so let's just add errors. I guess I can do it like this, it's the same thing. Oh yeah, I guess I need to return the error like this, like a path. Yep. Okay, now we are getting to brass tacks. Well, that was a major redefining here. So we're going to do it like this. This goes away. We need to iterate the paths. If we are on the actual path, we don't do anything else. We do something like this. Path is paths k minus 1, and value is v. Or I'm going to do it left side and right side. So then we would iterate so just the left side here, and here would be left side length minus 1. No, left side length. So we have and we concatenate we iterate. I'm trying to understand now, because the right side could be multiple paths. Oh, I need to split. I need to split it. Yeah. So we have pairs here. So as long as the I also have to validate that this is going to be more tricky than I thought. I need to validate that the path, there's a single path for the left side and not multiple paths. Just one path. That's what I need to validate too. We could do it like this. We iterate the paths. And then how do I count them? I would do it like this, I guess. If path and so if it's already, you're looking at this, then we can look at, let's say, the next one, because they're sorted. And if then and there's paths k plus 1 and paths k plus 1 0 equals target path can only be a single path, but instead that there is a value the value path target Target value, no, target path. Guess value. I guess I could almost use texter here. I didn't do that before, but I could. Like this. Yeah. And there I validate there's just a single one, and then I go through pairs. If path 0. Wait, I start on the evens, not on the odds. It's 0 index, dude. Sorry about that. It's 0 indexed. Then in that case, pairs push. I push the actual path here. And then otherwise, yeah, otherwise I would just push, right? Yeah, I always push to the last one. There's no need to check anything else. I get the last element. Push this path. I don't even need a return. I iterate pairs. I need to slice stuff, right? No, I don't need to slice anything. No, it's just as it comes. No, I need to chop off the numbers, right? 1, da da da, 2, da da da. Yeah, because I get them chopped off up until the put. Yep. So yeah, I need to just chop off the list. I could even do it here. Just we get rid of them here so we don't have to deal with that later. And now we have everything that we need. Yeah, and then I just concatenate the right side just as it comes, right? Which is then you sort it. No, this makes no sense. Ah, I will do it like this. I'll do it here. Yeah, perfect. That's what I was looking for. And yeah, I just take the left side and I concatenate the right side, removing the ones. Okay. And I don't need to do anything else here. Boom. Okay, it just blew up. Brilliant. If I'm pushing this to pairs, I have an element 1, so what's your problem here? Oh yeah, is it like this? I think so. Precedence rule, something we will never again have to deal with in cell. No, I got this wrong completely because it's one indexed, not zero indexed. I'm using path 0, not k. Yeah, there. Okay, 339. One foo bar equals to 2 hey. Is that it? You know what? I could already get rid of the little indexes here, right? Or not? When I'm making the pairs, yeah, why the hell not? Yeah. So we take this. Yeah, let's do it there so the pairs are already clean. Boom. Yeah. Foo bar set to hey. Yeah. Okay. This is still can only receive a least. We don't even have that, right? I need to add test cases. Yeah, we have that, of course, sorry. And then the list with the even number of elements. Put to actually let's do this with one. Yeah, that one worked. And then one with the multiple. Let's move this one here. And then here I would do something like how do I know how an even number of elements? I think I did that one wrong. I cannot look at it from this perspective. That's just silly. Sorry. You could have three paths with one being element 1 and the other one being element 2. That's right. And no, that's not it. What we need to look at, good sir, is that if they she last paths there, I fixed it. And then we do here something like put one something else. Yeah. Why? Can only receive a list with an even number. Oh yeah. Yeah. Why is this not being picked up now? Okay, evidently this is being executed for some reason. Line 263. Ah, look at that. I'm breaking things by calling texter. I'm iterating paths. How can paths not be paths? That's a good question. It is. K plus 1 is paths, K plus 1. Yeah. Oh yeah, because Textor takes a list of paths. I'm an idiot. Whoops. Got lost in my museum for a minute. Yeah, a target value can only be a single path. Brilliant. This is the error I wanted. And of course, as this way of developing software is, I think it will get us far. Let's find out, right? But I think we're onto something here. Okay. Okay. Now we are actually dealing with the proper logic here. We do this at the end. We started with full bar. Yeah, it's empty. Why is it not? Oh, I'm an idiot, because the right side I stopped processing it, and I need to do. Ah, but I can just do it here, right? Yeah, of course I can. Tishila spares push. Ah. Yeah, I get that prefix. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, all right. Tricky. Well, not so tricky. Yeah, let's remove that. Yeah, this one we need to change. It would be put foo to we can just do it like this, it's more explicit. Okay, I'm gonna stop here, but after this redesign of put, which I'm not very happy about, I'm happy about, let's say, time will tell, but I think it's good to get rid of the implicit equal sign, because if that gave me doubts and I came up with this stuff, imagine someone who didn't come up with this stuff that needs to work with this. So I think a bit more, an extra line should be fine, to be explicit about what are you setting to what, and that's much better than some equal in the middle of things. Yeah. And if you don't like it, you can write the put that does it like that. You can probably even write it in cell, probably. Yeah, I would say certainly. So cell will be flexible enough to allow you to do that. We're getting close. Let me just write down what I want to do in the next couple of episodes. Finish put with the new multi-line, the new list actually interface. Design implement the UI with the main part and the dialogue, and then just the grand finale will be send, get, and put calls, have them work, see them in the dialogue, and also the side effects on the main. Yeah, absolutely. We're getting there. We're almost there. We're just delaying the pleasure just because we are trying to do things correctly with the interfaces. So, but we have now a proper put. I just have to test it and fix it a bit more. And honestly, the multi-line we don't even have to test that much. We can do one for fun. But really, that problem has been solved in the parser. So honestly, it should be perfectly okay. We shouldn't care. We're almost there. We're almost there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.